Do you know what your MBTI personality is? That's just all these personality tests, right, are just ways for people to find structure and safety in the randomness of the world. And the issue arises when you start using these frameworks as reality rather than just seeing things for what they are. There was actually a guy that I knew, right, that believed in these, I don't know, 9 personalities or whatever the fuck. And he said, like, you are this personality. And I read it and I was like, but this is not true and that is not true. And he was trying to warp all the entire world to make it fit, because I had to fit the diagram. And that's the scary thing about beliefs. If you get invested, right, if you get emotionally attached to certain beliefs, they make you warp reality. And when you know, like, the best thing is that you can have beliefs, but to not be emotionally invested in them. Beliefs are tools. But once you try to find, you know, comfort and you cope with reality by internalizing certain beliefs, it really fucks you up like crazy. That's why you have people that become fanatic and are even incapable of changing these beliefs. So yeah, MBTI personality is just gotta take it with a grain of salt. Narcissists, psychopaths are probably labels people don't want to believe they have, but doesn't mean they don't have. Alpha Omega 2000, actually, about psychopaths, I read something very interesting. There was a study they did that actually showed that psychopaths do experience empathy, but they just have the ability to shut it off. And the way for them to experience empathy is to put them in the position of the other person. And there is a way to do that. And what I'm just trying to explain here, right, is that if psychopathy is more flexible than we currently allow ourselves to believe, then you can literally be conditioned to be a psychopath, which is literally what happened during World War II. I mean, people that saw Jews and didn't even see them as human were conditioned to do so. And then they don't experience any empathy at all. They literally become psychos. And I think that studies like that make us aware that there is a psychopath in all of us, and that it's our own responsibility and our own awareness that requires us to, you know, to overcome the beast within us. But if you label yourself as a, you know, as a nice flower, a good person that would never be able to do any shit, right? Then when you get confronted with the beast side within you, you come up with all kind of rationalizations and beliefs to shield yourself off of that side of you, which turns out to make things worse. So when people come and say like, oh yeah, you're a psychopath, you're a narcissist, and just throws out shit like that, the thing is, like, all these concepts, right, that describe certain personality traits lie within all of us, and it's our environment, in, you know, our environment in relationship with our own way of going about things that can strengthen these traits within ourselves. And the control that you have as a person is very much defined by the awareness you have and the extent to which you reflect about these things and take a step back. Because if you live your life extremely impulsive and from moment to moment, where you don't really take the time to think about these things and you just have these shallow concepts to deflect any truth, you're in for a tough ride in life. And that's why, like, when people come and just throw some empty shit, right, concepts to me and saying this or that, like, the best thing you can do, right, is to is to actually just reflect and think about these things yourself and be more intro than outro when it comes down to almost anything in life. Try to find the problems within yourself rather than to try to find them outside. Try to, blame yourself rather than to blame others. Try to, because you know what? You know why? Because you have control over yourself. You have control over your own actions, your own decisions, and being able to, find the solution within yourself is most of the time the only way to find an actual solution. So by going around and blaming the world for all your problems and blaming everything for all your shit, what happens is you never improve. And that's the thing, like, it's easier to push away your responsibility and to find problems outside. It's easier right now, but it's unsustainable. So did Athene self-reflect on the fact that he manipulated people into his cult? Why NII? It's already old news. The cult, the cult accusations and all the bullshit is already old news. People have already moved away. They saw the Athene gamer owning it up in the games, and I'm not a cult leader anymore. Maybe you just started joining the stream recently, and that's why you haven't been exposed to the gamer Athene. But when I'm a gamer like you, then I'm a nicer guy, and suddenly all these biases and fucking drama bullshit starts fading away. Well, why an II? Then, like, maybe you should look more into these accusations and realize they are just, well, you'll come to the realization to yourself. I mean, I don't even have to tell you.